Hi everybody. It's just actually later today on the 28th, and this is Coco. We actually rescued her from Petco. Of course, Petco and PetSmart are sadly only in it for the money, and so they keep all their hamsters practically in the same cage. They separate the males from the females, of course, but obviously females and females do still fight. Males and males still do fight. And so this is Coco. We could tell that she actually has been a few fights. Her paws are missing a few toes, and I've had to kind of introduce her to a cage, even though it's kind of small. This is actually larger than the cage that she was in with two others her size. I'm guessing that she's about 3 months, because Gina and Ginger are about 4, and they're quite bigger than her. And so I'm assuming that she's probably around 3. And of course, like I said, with her sisters, Coco, they were all in the same cage, and there were 3 of them. So I have to introduce her slowly to being tamed. She's actually doing pretty well for being a hamster that hasn't been handled very much, if at all. Just for the fact that my mother, when she picked her up, ended up realizing that the staff do not handle the hamsters unless they are asked to. And even then, they kind of gave her a difficult time on checking out some of their other hamsters, because they continue to bite and freak out over that. And so this was the one that we picked out. And once again, hamster breeding, when you're a hamster breeder, never breed for the money. That's not a good reason, because you do not make hardly anything, if anything. A lot of times I tend to give my hamsters free as long as they go to a good home. And then the pet store that I go to is actually a very well maintained pet store that just happens to be local. It's the best part about having a nice local pet store that isn't one of those big town, big city kind of pet stores. So here in the next few months I'll start breeding her. I actually found out that actually looked back at the schedule on Gina and Ginger. I actually found out they're actually slightly older than I thought they were, so I'm actually going to be breeding them next month, which really isn't that far away. So it looks like we're going to be having another journal of hamster babies soon, which that'll be fun. But Coco here, the reason why I called her Coco, even though she looks like she's black, she actually has dark brown patterns on her back as well as on her head, which for some reason you can't really tell very well. It's hard to kind of get the coloring on it, but she isn't jet black like Alexandria, and she has different colors of brown and even a little bit of white here and there, but the white might just be part of a different color area. But anyways, she's kind of like a mixture of a black bear and a chocolate. Kind of like that. But she hasn't really touched her carrot, but she loves the dog treats, of course. Most hamsters absolutely love that. And like I was telling some of the people on my YouTube page is, yes, chew toys, most hamsters don't particularly enjoy them, but sometimes, on rare occasions, they will. though I get the kind that isn't painted. In fact, most of the time I just tend to get regular wood that hasn't quite been treated because I don't trust the treatment of it. Oh look, isn't that cute? She's focused on the sound that she hears outside. So, I'm going to seriously start working with her. And today, since I don't really want to pick her up and move her around and all that kind of stuff just yet, because I just got her, and she was kind of abused and neglected. I thought I'd get her kind of used to her small environment for now, and I'm going to go to Walmart and pick her up a container tomorrow, and I'll happen to get my bedding tomorrow as well because I ordered it offline. You get it cheaper offline than you do at Walmart. And though some Walmarts can differ on pricing, but I have to get bulk because of all the hamsters I have. So you can kind of see the white that's kind of on her back right there, but then it's brown and black. So she's not a what are those hamsters called? Tortoiseshell. She's not a tortoiseshell, but she does have some really nice colorings. So when my mother showed me a picture and said, "I need to rescue this hamster," I was like, okay, well, we will work with her, and it comes in handy that she's a her. And once again, first gen, even though she's younger, she isn't as young as I would prefer her to be. But you know, that's okay. We can work with it. It's just today, obviously we're not going to. Tomorrow we'll start her training on being tame, which, like with the small ones, it's kind of the same idea, but other times you kind of have to bribe them with treats and other things that they like before they start kind of trusting you and letting you pet them, as well as letting them sniff your hand and stuff. So we'll start going through that tomorrow, and we'll be recording that as a nice series since she's older and will indeed take a bit longer to try and tame. But it gives me a whole new hamster, so it gives me a whole new bloodline that I can work with. Because even though, yes, you can inbreed your hamsters, but it's not a good practice. It can cause, like I said in other videos, it can cause health problems. It can pass on genes you do not want to be passed on. So even though they look alike, all the hamsters that you have, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of different hamster blood. So, but yeah, that's going to be the end of this video for now, and we'll check it out later. Toodles. Bye bye, Coco.